What's cracking, guys? Conan the Librarian here. In this video today, we're talking about chest training, how to build a massive chest, best accessory movements. I want to talk today about one of my favorites, the floor press, but a variation of the floor press, which is the wide grip floor press. And I know what you're probably thinking if you know a thing or two about biomechanics and how the body works. Omar, okay, the floor press, I can maybe get behind it, but the range of motion is shorter. When does the chest work in a compound movement? Well, largely when we're doing the bench press, it works throughout the full range of what you're doing, but the most activation you'll experience from the bottom portion until around the lockout. So the floor press, when you do the floor press and you lie flat with your back and you unrack the weight, you'll notice that you're missing about 2 inches of that range of motion that's normally associated with chest development. Therefore, one would think that the floor press is a great tricep movement, and I actually think the floor press is a great tricep movement because it enables something called proprioception. When you reach the ground, your triceps will touch the ground all the way at the bottom, and that allows you to feel them. I personally think in that position so your elbows don't roll forward. You have to make sure that your elbows are kind of steady. When you do a normal bench press, your elbows can shoot backwards, but if you do that on the floor press, it'll just feel awkward. So it's a solid tricep movement, but we can make it more chest dominant by making the grip that we select wider. And I am an advocate of this over the normal wide grip bench press because I think it's a lot safer. And there's a balance between what you can do and what you should be doing. And here's what I mean. The wide grip bench press is a great movement. I think if you can do it, go ahead. The problem, a lot of people at that end range of motion, because you're selecting a wider grip, it's a longer range of motion, it puts a lot of pressure on their shoulder joint. And so they might be able to do it for a few weeks, but after those few weeks, they'll tend to get aggravated shoulders and they can't continue to lift in that variation. And in order to make true progress, you need to be doing a variation week after week. The floor press is different than a pin press. A pin press is where you set either in a power rack or something like that on a normal bench press, and then you'll set it on the pin, so you could set it once again 2 inches, and from there you could do a partial bench press. It's different a floor press because once again, instead of resting on the pins, your arms or your elbows are resting on the ground. And I think that leads to a little bit better proprioception. So I personally prefer the floor press to a pin press variation. So I'd say a wider grip floor press is superior to a regular wide grip bench press because it's safer on the shoulder joints. You give up 2 inches, maybe it depends upon, honestly, your morphology, how long your limbs are and so forth, but you're giving up maybe 1 inch or 2 inches off the bottom portion of the bench press, but it's also a lot safer. You'll be able to overload the movement, train it more consistently. And I think also your elbow position will be better because you're making contact with the ground every single time. So if you want to build a massive chest, you need to be doing big compound movements. We're not talking about isolation movements in this video. We're talking specifically about the best compound variations in order to build a massive chest. And I think an underrated one is the wide grip floor press. And I understand what some people think. Once again, oh, wait a second, we lose a little bit of range of motion here. Wouldn't it be more tricep dominant? I get what you're saying. But if we just widen the grip a little bit, you'll notice the range of motion is pretty damn big. So try out this variation. I would probably use it as a secondary or tertiary movement. So you have your normal bench press, maybe you have a close grip bench press variation to hit up the triceps. And then if you want to throw this one in, absolutely. And then to round it off for chest development, you want some sort of low incline chest movement in order to target the upper pec. But really, when we talk about building the chest, we're talking about lifting a lot of weight. We're talking about doing a lot of pressing variations. The wide grip floor press is underrated. That's all I had to talk about in this video today. If you enjoyed this video, if you thought to yourself, okay, that makes sense, I'm gonna try it out. Try it out and let me know in the comment section below. Just do 3 sets of 8 to 12 repetitions at a RPE 8, 7, or 8. So something that's challenging for you, and let me know the next day you do your normal routine, but you just sub in this movement for another movement you were doing before, and let me know if you experienced a little bit of DOMS. I'm gonna get out of here. If you like the video, like the damn video, and I'll see all you guys, my rascals, in that next one. Peace.
Eat your vegetables, eat your vegetables, eat your fucking vegetables.